This is an extremely dangerous concept on the SAT. They love to use percentages to mess with you. The answer is B. Here's how I know that. I use what I call the open formula, and it's because the general version of the formula looks like the word open. O times P is equal to the N. Now, what do these things stand for? Well, when we have something like 30% more than, that's a percent increase. So our formula is going to look a little different, but we're taking the original value, we are multiplying it in this case by 1 plus the percentage, because it's more, it's an increase. So the 1 is kind of like 100%, and then we're going to use the decimal of the 30% to increase it by 30%. I'll show that in a second. And then that equals the new value. So in this case, time isn't passing, so it's hard to think original versus new, but we do need to think like, what's our base value, right? Like, what are we starting with? Well, it's saying that group X is based on 30% more than the group Y, and honestly, that's probably the best way to do it. Whenever we have the than, T-H-A-N, that usually is telling us what our original value is. So in this case, the Y is going to be my original. 1 is 100%, but we're increasing by 30, so that's 1 plus 0.30, and that is equal to our new value, which is the X. And so when I simplify that, I am going to get what I already circled. X is equal to 1.3 times Y. It's a little rearranged, but that shouldn't bother us, right? The original formula, the open formula, keeps us organized, gives us a starting point, gives us something to put some numbers and values into, so that way we don't fall for the SAT's classic traps. I think all of these answer choices are things that people tend to pick when they don't pay attention on percentage questions. So if you see percentages on the test, use this open formula, take a deep breath, show all your work, because there's a high potential for falling for a trap when they test percentages.